This looks like it'll be a great product. Brilliant work as always.
That's actually my achievement. Is everything okay? Do you need some help?
Whoa, your research notes are so detailed. But couldn't you write a little neater?
As I, Riku Kanamori, was keeping my research notes as usual, my colleague Akira Uesugi called out to me. Research notes aren't meant to be pretty. You're supposed to write down the details, even if it means lowering the bar for neatness.
The chief probably doesn't read them, but there's a chance I or someone else might have to.
You can read it, right? Or are you getting farsighted?
Huh? Did you say something?
As Akira and I were having our usual banter, another voice cut in from behind. Hey, Kanamori, you look free. Let me give you some work. Make copies of the materials for the ethics committee and check the signatures. Oh, and bind them really neatly in a file. I'm taking research notes, so there's no way I'm free. Thinking that, I just replied, yes sir. The one who dumped these chores on me is the chief in question, Kosuke Masuzawa, the son of the president of this Masuzawa laboratory. Chief Masuzawa simply said that and quickly went back to his own work. More chores. It can't be helped. I don't have a PhD.
He never tells me to do them.
That's right. Unlike Akira and my other colleagues, I don't have a PhD. I couldn't go to grad school for financial reasons. In the world of researchers, that's a huge handicap. Well then, I'll go get this done. When I finished the chores and returned to the lab, I overheard Director Sumiyoshi and Chief Masuzawa talking.
This looks like it'll be a great product. Brilliant work as always.
Thank you very much. All that's left is to run it by the ethics committee, do a monitor test, and it'll be complete. Chief Masuzawa is highly evaluated by the higher-ups. This is because he keeps commercializing new research one after another. But that's actually my achievement. The foundation for this new product is my research.
Every single result belongs to the chief. It's so frustrating.
It's the same in universities. Even now, research results are often published jointly with a professor at best. If you want to survive in the world of research, it's just how it is.
The dark side of the academic world.
Unlike me, you have a PhD, Akira. When you get promoted, I hope you become a good boss.
You should get promoted yourself.
It's impossible for a guy like me without a PhD.
Then why are you even continuing in a research position?
Because I love research. As long as I can be involved in the research I love, I don't mind doing grunt work forever.
Are you serious about that?
Of course. Plus, I want to repay the president for taking me in as a researcher. With Chief Masuzawa stealing most of my research results and treating me like I'm incompetent, this is the best I can do. Then, one day, while I was commuting to work on the usual crowded train, I spotted a woman.
Oh, what should I do? Like this.
When I looked closely at her standing there looking bewildered in the flow of people, I noticed she had a white cane in her hand. What's more, the cane was bent in the middle. Is she visually impaired? This is bad. It looks like she can't move. It wasn't my stop, but I got off the train to talk to her. Is everything okay? Do you need some help?
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I think my white cane got bent while getting jostled on the train.
That must be troublesome. It might be a good idea to have them do a quick fix at the station office. I'll guide you. Could you hold on to my elbow? As I said that, I lightly brushed the back of my hand against hers. Tracing my arm, she grabbed my elbow. There's an elevator about 10 meters to the right, so we'll head there.
Thank you very much. You seem quite used to assisting the visually impaired. Are you in the medical field?
No, I'm researching a tactile feedback visual aid device. Because of that, I often meet people who are visually impaired.
So you're a researcher. My name is Arisa Kumazaki.
Oops, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Riku Kanamori. Here's my business card. It also has Braille on it. At the station office, the staff patched up her white cane with duct tape, using an old pen as a splint.
You saved me. Now I think I can reach my destination without being late.
I'm glad to hear that, but please make sure to contact a professional soon to get it properly repaired.
I'm in a hurry right now, but I'd like to thank you properly later. Would it be okay if I contacted you using the information on this card?
Oh, you don't have to thank me, but you're always welcome to call. Let me know if you need anything. And with that, Arisa left the station. Because I got off midway, I was definitely going to be late, but I had contacted the lab, so I figured it'd be fine. Or so I thought. But come on. Saying you were helping a visually impaired person of all things? That's way too convenient. If you're gonna make an excuse, find a more believable one.
It's rare for you to be late, Riku.
It seemed Chief Masuzawa and Director Sumiyoshi didn't believe me at all. No, I'm telling the truth. Even as I said that, I resigned myself to the fact that this is just how my life is. So that means you met a new visually impaired person, right? Perfect timing. Go recruit them as one of our monitors for the new product. I'll leave the recruiting work to you. More non-research chores. I don't mind, but... What do you say, Director? Is it okay to leave it to Riku?
Well, if he doesn't mind.
Director Sumiyoshi made it sound like she was considering my feelings, but basically, she always just follows Chief Masuzawa's lead. Besides, they were probably planning to push it onto me anyway. Alright, I'm leaving it to you.
I heard that. They forced more chores on you again. Should I help?
It's fine. I'll manage somehow. I looked at my smartphone. There was a text message from Arisa, the woman I helped earlier.
Please let me treat you to a meal sometime as a thank you.
It felt a little embarrassing to be thanked for such a small favor, but I wanted to see Arisa again, so I gladly accepted. She was a beautiful woman who was dressed really nicely. A few days later, the restaurant Arisa took me to was much fancier than I had imagined, and I was completely blown away. I came without a tie. Is this okay?
It's totally fine. It's not a formal place. They understand my disability and are very accommodating, so I come here sometimes.
Indeed, the process from entering the restaurant to guiding her was quite smooth.
But please tell me if anything about me looks weird. Since I can't see, I'm a little self-conscious.
Weird? Not at all. I think you look really beautiful. Seeing Arisa's startled expression as she turned around, I panicked, thinking I might have been too bold. No, I mean, not in a weird way. You just look very stylish.
Thank you.
Her smile bloomed, and it made my heart skip a beat. As soon as we sat down, Arisa asked if there was anything I disliked and efficiently placed our order. It was clear she was a regular, and she looked so cool doing it.
It's dangerous for me to get drunk, so I'm having this, but are you sure you're okay with sparkling water, Riku?
Yes, I'm not very good with alcohol anyway.
Understood. Then once again, thank you for the other day, and here's to our meeting. Cheers!
Following Arisa's lead, I raised my glass to eye level and softly said, "Cheers." You seem so used to places like this. It's wonderful. What do you usually do for a living?
I'm a bit of an ally of justice.
An ally of justice?
Yes. Night after night, I wear a red bodysuit and beat down bad guys with 2 batons.
Are you Daredevil?
No, you catch on quick.
By the way, to change the subject, are you interested in a new visual aid device, Arisa?
The tactile feedback one you're researching?
Yes, it's actually almost complete, and we're looking for monitors right now. The concept is that an AI on par with autonomous driving recognizes the surroundings and transmits that to the user. It can detect obstacles above waist level or moving obstacles, which are difficult to spot with a white cane. Of course, it can also recognize steps, stairs, and even changes in elevation. Oh, I'm sorry. I got a little carried away. I swear, there's no danger. And of course you'll be compensated, but would you be willing to cooperate?
That sounds fascinating. If I'll do, I'd be happy to participate as a monitor.
Yes.
And by the way, is one person enough?
No, we need about 20 in total. But we already have monitors from the last round, so we're looking for about 10 more.
I see. In that case, not exactly as a thank you, but should I introduce you to those 10 people?
Huh? Can you do that?
I still have connections from my time at the school for the blind, so I think I can easily gather that many people.
Really? Thank you so much. That would be a huge help. True to her word, within a week, Arisa found 10 monitors and gave me their contact information. Thanks to her, the monitor tests went off without a hitch, and the patent for the core technology I submitted was approved. We were finally ready to release the product to the world.
Hey, Riku, have you checked the details of the patent?
It was during those busy days. Akira came over looking more serious than usual. What's wrong? Is there a problem?
I knew it. You haven't seen it.
What is it? If there's a problem, we need to consult with Chief Masuzawa and Director Sumiyoshi.
I think the chief and the others did this, but your name has been removed from the inventor section.
For a second, I didn't understand what she was saying, but... Wait, isn't there some mistake?
I've checked it multiple times.
My heart pounded unpleasantly, and I felt unseasonable sweat rolling down my cheek. Are they saying a guy who doesn't even have a PhD isn't fit to be an inventor? It was such a cruel blow that I was left speechless. I was prepared for it to be a joint name, and I knew I wouldn't be the lead author, but I never imagined my name would be removed completely.
The patent has already been approved. I wonder if it can still be amended.
It's probably impossible. Even if it is, the applicant is the company, so there won't be any amendments unless the company takes action.
Won't be? Are you seriously okay with that?
It's fine. If I endure this, I can continue the research I love. Chief Masuzawa is highly valued by the higher-ups. I didn't think anything would change if a single employee, especially a half-baked one like me, raised his voice. The next day, when I was having a meal with Arisa, meeting on our days off had become a regular thing by then.
Riku, did something happen?
Arisa asked me, her tone suddenly turning serious. Huh? No, nothing really.
You're lying. Besides my eyesight, my other senses are much sharper than other people's, you know?
In the end, I told her about my name being removed from the patent. I knew I couldn't hide it from her. I think it's because I don't have a PhD. They don't recognize me as a researcher. Sensing that I had finished pouring my heart out, Arisa spoke.
Are you okay with that?
Of course I'm not okay with it, but... I faltered. I didn't know what to do.
If enduring this will lead you to your dream, I won't say anything. I've had my share of hardship with my eyes, too. There certainly are dreams that can't be realized unless you endure a lot of things.
I couldn't find the words.
But if that's not the case, then this time, let me be your strength.
It was a strong statement. Not just mere comfort, her words carried enough weight to make me feel it. I don't ask for much, but I refused to just cry myself to sleep over this. I was finally able to let out my true feelings.
Let's take it back. You're right.
Is that even possible?
I told you, didn't I? I'm an ally of justice.
With a mischievous smile, Arisa handed me a business card. 2 months after that day, I was standing in a courtroom at the Tokyo District Court. I had filed a lawsuit to confirm my status as an inventor. The defendants were the company and Chief Masuzawa, who had actually prepared and filed the patent documents.
We will now continue the examination of the plaintiff. Plaintiff, please take the stand.
I was nervous, but the reason I was calmer than expected was probably thanks to Arisa. I turned my gaze toward Arisa, who was also present in this courtroom.
Plaintiff, I would like to ask you about the tactile conversion algorithm in the patent in question. When and how did that idea originate?
A familiar voice asked me a question. It was Arisa's voice. It was in July, 3 years ago. I was analyzing the reason why the subject's reaction speeds were slower than I predicted. I realized that instead of converting visual information directly into vibration patterns, we should first reduce it to an abstract model. Yes, Arisa was a lawyer. Even on the first day we met, she was apparently in a rush to meet a client.
Is there a record of that?
Yes, in the 12th volume of my research notes, starting from page 43. Arisa submitted the research notes. A blind lawyer is rare, but I hear there are about 10 of them in Japan. Objection. Those are mere memos. They do not indicate the completion of an invention.
Objection overruled. Please continue.
The trial continued. Next, it was Chief Masuzawa's turn to take the stand.
Now, I will question the defendant, Kosuke. You claim to be the inventor of this algorithm, correct?
Yes, as the head of research, I set the direction.
A direction specifically?
Developing a tactile device for the visually impaired. That was the broad concept. Chief Masuzawa answered with a completely nonchalant look on his face. However, that expression was soon to crumble.
Then let me ask you. Please explain the convergence conditions in the spatial abstract model.
That's merely a technical detail. My subordinate. The courtroom fell dead silent.
Your subordinate?
Was in charge of it. I took the stand once again.
Now, plaintiff, please explain.
To remove input noise, a 3-stage weighting is applied. The first stage extracts edge information, the second stage performs spatial compression, and the final stage remaps it to a tactile output. During this process, if the vibration cycle exceeds 0.8 seconds, recognition accuracy drops sharply, so I set the threshold at 0.75 seconds. A low murmur rippled through the gallery. The plaintiff is a brilliant researcher. However, he is nothing more than the implementation lead. An invention belongs to the person who made the final decisions. The defense attorney appealed with exaggerated gestures, like something out of a courtroom drama.
Is decision-making possible even without comprehension?
Defendant Kosuke, can you explain the theoretical basis for this 0.75 second threshold?
It's too specialized.
What is being questioned in this case is not a title. It's who, substantively, participated in the creation of the technical concept.
One final point. This is the cloud storage log of the research data. The initial algorithm draft was uploaded on July 16th, 3 years ago at 2:13 p.m. The sole creator was the plaintiff. The defendant, Kosuke, did not access it until 3 days later.
The moment Arisa announced this, I didn't miss how Chief Masuzawa's face twisted in bitterness.
We will consider acknowledging the plaintiff as a co-inventor in this case. The date for the sentencing will be designed later.
As we exited into the hallway after the trial, Akira greeted us with an unusually big smile.
That was amazing. I was listening, and your victory is practically guaranteed.
Thanks, but it's all thanks to Arisa's help.
No, it was entirely your decision to fight. I merely gave you a little push.
Hey, Riku, why couldn't you just keep your mouth shut? Because staying quiet is an insult to the research itself. You won't be able to stay at the lab. You know that.
Oh, does this mean we'll be seeing each other in court again over a wrongful termination?
For a disabled person who can't even see.
Thanks to this device, I can clearly tell, even from your movements, that you're flinching right now.
Arisa and Chief Masuzawa glared at each other with sparks flying, but the outcome was already decided. About a month later, the verdict was delivered. As expected, it recognized me as a co-inventor. At work, I had been somewhat alienated, but I was genuinely happy with this result.
Riku, the president is calling for you. Could you go right away?
A few days after the ruling, I was summoned by the president through Director Sumiyoshi. He must have overheard it, because as Director Sumiyoshi left, Chief Masuzawa approached me. "Looks like the day you get kicked out has finally been decided. I'll go listen in with you." "This is Riku Kanamori from the 3rd Development Department. Excuse me."
Welcome, Riku. Oh my? Kosuke's with you?
The president seemed slightly surprised that the uninvited Chief Masuzawa tagged along, but quickly nodded.
Well, it's fine. Kosuke is involved in this too, so listen together.
"It's time to pay the piper, you sub-researcher." But contrary to Chief Masuzawa's expectations, the president bowed deeply to me.
The trial must have been tough. I'm sorry we couldn't settle out of court. But thanks to this, we were able to clear out the corruption in this lab.
She had likely been dealing with shareholders and other board members constantly. Exhaustion was evident on her face. "Mother, what are you saying?" "No, I understand that because of the shareholders and other directors, you couldn't just accept a single employee's demands on your own. If anything, I should apologize for repaying your kindness with ingratitude."
I'm the one who accepted the damage, so please don't worry about it. Besides, our company policy dictates that all workplace inventions belong to the company. Our compensation system is low, and the inventor recognition process is opaque. Frankly, it was outdated. This is a good opportunity for change. Now, the other directors will have no choice but to take action too.
Actually, before filing the lawsuit, I had brought Arisa with me to explain the whole situation and consult with the president.
I see. I had no idea that was happening. I'm so sorry I overlooked it. I like to settle, but the reality is that it's difficult for me to decide alone.
And that would mean going to trial, which I believe would cause not insignificant damage to your company.
It can't be helped. I will take responsibility. No, I will use this as a catalyst to reform the laboratory.
What's more, the president provided the cloud storage log of the research data for the trial. And now, I had won the case, and the president seemed to have seized the opportunity for reform, just as planned.
As the verdict makes clear, there is no doubt that your research played the leading role in establishing this patent. Therefore, the laboratory has decided to promote you to chief.
A guy without a PhD on the same level as me? As Chief Masuzawa stood there stunned by the president's words, she dealt him a further blow.
No, you won't be on the same level, Kosuke. You will be demoted to regular researcher to take responsibility for this issue.
What?
The true value of research cannot be measured by whether someone has a PhD or not. Start over from scratch. Also, even though she was trying to cater to me, the director's response was problematic, so I am considering disciplinary action for her as well.
Wait, President, what about me?
This laboratory has its flaws, but will you continue to work with us?
Yes, I'd love to. And so, former Chief Masuzawa suddenly became my subordinate, but perhaps as the price for never having led his own research. He spends his days getting scolded by Akira because he can't even keep a proper research notebook.
What is this? It's not a report. It doesn't matter if it's messy, but you need to write it in more detail.
Damn it, why am I doing this grunt work? Furthermore, Director Sumiyoshi received a 3-month pay cut and demotion, and her attitude toward me improved as if she were a different person. I also hear that President Masuzawa's reforms are already in motion. Meanwhile, I had called Arisa out to a restaurant, telling her I had something important to discuss. At the president's recommendation, I'm going to use the special selection process for working adults to aim for a PhD while staying on the job. She let out a small sigh of relief, then rejoiced as if it were her own success.
So that's wonderful. You're working at the same time. It clears up your financial issues too.
Yeah, that's true, but
Is there a problem?
I'll have university classes on weekends and at nights, and I'll have to write papers, so I won't have as much free time. I don't think we'll be able to meet every week like we have been.
I see. That does sound a little lonely.
She murmured, looking a bit sad, but then tried her best to cheer up.
Before your dream as a researcher, I absolutely think having a PhD is for the best. So, I'll be cheering for you. Now, let's toast.
Wait, the really important part is what comes next. This might sound sudden, but precisely because we won't be able to meet as easily, I want to say this now. Sensing my nervousness, Arisa showed a slightly anxious expression. Please date me with the intention of marriage. For a moment, she looked blank, and then her face flushed bright red.
Are you sure you want someone like me? The hurdle of a disability is higher than you think, you know.
I'm prepared for that, but I want to support you with my research, as a thank you for guiding me when I was lost.
I understand. In that case, I'd gladly...
By struggling without arbitrarily setting limits and giving up, there are paths you can open up. That's what Arisa taught me. From now on, no matter what happens, I want to be someone who never gives up and keeps struggling.
Oh, this was such a nice story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.